Hey guys and gals out there, this is Alex from Words of Farewell, and today I'll be talking about what went through my head when I wrote the lyrics for the song Midnight Star, which is on our new EP In Our Universe Part 2, released by Seek and Strike Records. All of you who have read a couple of lyrics from the early days of Words of Farewell, mainly the immersion era, may have noticed that I like to write a lot about different fantasy tropes and fantasy stories that all were connected in some sort of way to the notion of escapism. And over the last couple of years, this has been sort of in a decline, but this time around I came across a very interesting idea for a sort of concept that is very much akin to those older lyrics, and it's basically somewhat grounded in Greek mythology. That's where the idea, the impulse came from, and it's basically the story of how the stars came to be, or how I think the stars came to be. I tried to make up my own origin story because I've been a lot into astrophotography in recent weeks and recent months, and there's a lot of interesting origin stories for the stars in different cultures. Just to give maybe one example is about how the Pleiades came to be. If I'm not mistaken, they were virgins who were chased around by Orion, and then Zeus took pity on them and basically made them into doves, and so they flew up to the sky and became stars, even though nowadays even Orion, or rather the stars of Orion, are still chasing them across the night sky. And so my idea was basically something a little bit more flowery or maybe a little bit more depressive, as is usual for me. I came up with the idea that I thought maybe if the moon rises at certain times of day, usually in the blue hour in the morning, he or she takes the souls of the fallen and all those who are desperate and suicidal and picks them up and basically carries them into the sky to become stars the next night. And that's the core or the baseline idea of how this story came to be, and I just came up with different sort of lines around this central topic. And it's very flowery because I sometimes really like to write lyrics that are a little bit more old school and poetic, and this is one of those cases, more so because the song itself is very classic melodic death metal, so it's like very, very 2005-y, I would say. And so I thought it would fit the song quite nicely. And if you have this idea, I'm pretty sure that even though some of the words might be a little bit atypical for your standard vocabulary, you will get to the bottom line of the song quite quickly. So give it a read and let me know what you think.